Hello. Hey, are you a Christian creative and you're passionate about helping others? You want to write and publish your book and you want to promote it, but you don't know where to start. Well, I have good news for you. You came to the right place. Like, subscribe, and all that good YouTube stuff, and you come to the right page. So, what I'm going to share with you today is how to get self-published by the end of this year. By the end of this year, I'm going to show you how to self-publish your book. Now, if you stick to the end, I'm going to show you how I raised $3,000 from my book before writing it and without a book cover. I did that without writing your book and without having a book cover. So let's get right into it. I'm going to get right into it. And your first step, here's your first step. So this is 7 easy steps I'm going to share with you on how to write and publish your book. And the last step, if you stick to the end, I'm going to show you how I was able to raise $3,000 for my book without the book cover, without writing the book. And I'll share with you how you can do the same in the process. So the first thing really is, understanding what's your book's purpose. Like, what is your goal for the book? Um, is your book a hobby, or when you're done with your book, at the end of your book, you want to give a call to action? You want clients? Do you want customers? Or you just want people to hear about your story? All right. So do do you want to reach, to further help people reach their goals? Now, I want you to remember this: WIIFM. WIIFM. What's in it for me? I'm going to be straight up honest with you. People are selfish, and people do not care about your story. Unfortunately, they don't care about your story. They want to know what's in it for them. What's in it for me? How can your book help me? What can your book do for me? And so when you're writing your book, for example, when you're writing the title of your book, and that's a entire another video that I'll go over with you. It has to be, first, you don't want it to be like my story of overcoming tragedy to triumph, those kind of things. No, it has to be about the reader. um, Lose weight in 5 days. You get what I'm saying? Something like that that helps them. Now, when you're writing your book, and while you're writing your book, you can include your story and make it relatable to those who are reading your book. Your next step, number 2, what's your why? Why are you writing your book? Your why is like, that driving force, that fuel, that commitment and dedication that you're going to need throughout your book writing process. Because don't listen to what people say. Book writing is not that easy. Now, you can have fun. Don't beat yourself up when you're writing your book. But it's if you want to write a good quality book, if you want to write a really good book, take your time. Okay. And I'm gonna give you a pro tip. You can use ChatGPT to help you organize your work. Now, for our next video, I'm going to share with you like how I use ChatGPT to organize my work. I have not used it to write a book or help me write a book yet. The book I wrote within 30 days. It was fueled by my why. Why did I want to get this out? And I'll share that with you shortly. Now, what you do inside chat GPT is you just pour into it. You just type into it like you speak into a person, and it will help you form your why. It will help you form your why. Okay. And now, next step, who is your who? If you say you serve everyone, you will serve no one. If you say you serve everyone, look, you try to go reach everybody. I get it. Like I was like that too. I was like, man, this book is for everybody. This book is for every man. This book is for every woman. This book is for everybody. No, if you try to target everyone, you will get no one. So you want to figure out who's your target audience. Find out who's your target audience. Ask yourself this. Now you can write it down. You can say, are they male or are they female? Right? So for example, for me, when I was writing my book, Cultivate Your Calling, I this is the book I did the most extensive research in, and because my first book, that's the book I thought that was kind of like for everybody. I kind of niched down a little bit. I said, this is for couples, right? So I did hone in a little bit, but when I wrote Cultivate Your Calling, I dug a little deeper. I went and find out who has the attention of the men I'm writing to, of the black males that I want to reach. So, and then I asked myself, are they married? So ask yourself, is this person married? Do they have children, or they do not? Are they single? Those are the things you want to ask yourself. Think about who has their attention, like influencers, preferably somebody who already wrote a book. Now, I'm going to share another pro tip with you. When you're writing your book, you can go on Amazon, right? Let's say you found that person that, let's say you found somebody, let's say you are a relationship coach and you want to find out who has the attention of your audience. You look for that relationship coach online, or on Amazon. You find out who they are, write their names down. For me, I did like 5 or 7 people, and I one that I can remember when I went on Amazon. When I went on Amazon, I looked at the author, the influencer, the celebrity, and I looked at his book that was written towards men. I looked at the 5-star reviews. I looked at the ones in the middle as well, but I mainly focused on the 1-star reviews and the 5-star reviews. And I saw what people didn't like. They didn't like a specific thing he kept going on and on about inside the book. And I said, I'll make sure I don't be redundant in my book. And then he, for example, he was saying, tame the dog. You got to do this to the dog. So he was referring to men as dogs. And I know that in the Bible, God did not refer to himself as a dog. In fact, he called the dogs like the lowest. In the Bible, dogs were the lowest of lows. But one of the animals that God compared himself to was a lion. And, my name being Lionel, right? Lion, and then EL, that was wonderful for me. So in my book, I talked about how men are not dogs, men are lions. All dogs don't bark, all dogs don't bite, and all dogs do not stay. Dogs are not wired really to stay with their mate for life. But all lions roar, all lions bite. I guarantee you, all lions will bite. And lions were made to mate for life. So I wanted to compare a man more to a lion when we're talking about, traits and things about a lion. So because that's what God did. And so I said, men are not dogs, men are lions. And so that's the thing I want you to do as well. Now, what's keeping your people up at night? Once you discover who has the attention of your people, you start following them. I would buy their book. I would read it. I would get understanding and bring your clarity. And when you're reading the book, you get clarity reading it. And then you also, you got to ask yourself, what's keeping them up at night? So you find out what they're suffering from. What what are they willing to do to shell the cash, to put that money out there, right? What would they do to, like, what is it that they're going through that that pain that they're experiencing that keeps them up at night, right? So now here's what you do. You go to answerthepublic.com. Answerthepublic.com is a site where it shows what people are searching all over the internet. So it's free. You get 3 searches per day for free, and you put in what you're targeting. Like, let's say, for example, is losing weight, want to lose weight, and you type that in, and you see what people are asking as it relates to weight loss. And so you get an idea of what's keeping people up at night. Now, don't go searching for stuff that you don't really have experience or that's not a part of your story. Don't do that. Do the research on things that is relative to you, that you have some expertise in. Another thing you can do, this is big, interview people. Interview people that overcame what you're talking about, what you post about on social media, what you talk to people about on a daily, what you are an expert in, what you overcame. You can interview people, bring them on your platform. Now, I would interview people who are live. Like, I wouldn't bring somebody on my show and say, and they're here and they're like, yeah, I lost 5 pounds. I lost 25 pounds. I lost 30 pounds. And yeah, I'm excited. It's great. No. And then you want somebody with a story, with something that, it don't have to be great, but as an interviewer, that's another skill that you can make it great. You can make it amazing, right? So interview people. Go visit answerthepublic.com. I promise you, answerthepublic.com will help you. Now, the next thing is, once you've done all that, once you found out, once you determine what's your book purpose, the outcome you want for your book, like, what do you want for your book? It's not a hobby. I want to gain clients. I want clients for my book. I want to help people on a bigger level. And then what's your why? Like, so now that you have your why, you know what your why is. You know who has the attention of your target audience. You know what's keeping them up at night. Now it's time to solve their problem. Now it's time to solve people's problem. So when you're writing your book, it's all about identifying those concerns that people have and helping them to soothe and get rid of the pain. I'm telling you right now, think about a moment, think about a time where you were in pain. Think about something that you were passionate about, that a problem that you wanted to solve. If money wasn't a problem to you and you really needed to solve it, how much would you pay? And then think about it like this as well. What's normal to you might be life-changing to somebody else. What's normal to you might be life-changing to somebody else. The information that you have, it might come normal to you. It might be like it's whatever. But for somebody else, it could change their life. And another thing, if you're on level 5 and somebody is on level 2, people will pay to get on level 5. They will pay you to learn how to get to where you are. And now, what you would do with your book when you're solving their problem is to present your book as the guide. So you bring your book. Let's say this is a book. I was supposed to have my book here. I don't know what I did with it. But you bring your book and you say, hey, my name is Lionel Hilaire. I help Christian creatives publish and promote their book without breaking the bank and without being overwhelmed, for example, right? And I said, I do it through this book right here. Get your copy today, right? So you present your book as the clarity and relief. Here's another pro tip. Here's what I want you to do. Text 10 people. Text 10 people this. What would you say I'm passionate about? And then when you think about me or my brand, what comes to mind? Again, what would you say I am passionate about? And when you think about me, about my brand, what would you say I am passionate about? Text 10 people that I've done it, and I was blown away. I was like, those 10 people gave pretty much identical answers. And I promise you, if you text people that know you well, you will it'll either confirm or help you, like tweak where you need to go. All right. So now what do you do next? You begin writing. Start writing your book right now. The best time to plant a tree was 25 years ago. The next best time is now. The next best time is now. So now think of your book's title. I might make this for another video, but your book title should be 1 to 3 words. Now, unless you're a big name, you're watching this right now, you got a large following, and people will wait in line for your book. They'll run to your table if you're at an event. They'll go online and buy your book. Make your book 1 to 3 words. But like I said, if you're a big name, do what you want. It can be as long as you want. People already are looking for you. Because when people are strolling on Amazon, you have to help them stop the stroll. You need to, they're on there to buy. People go on Amazon to buy. That's another thing. This is the site I'll be talking about the most. I have a book on Barnes and Nobles, but Amazon is what we're going to be talking about. Now you're going to gather some statistics and you're going to include stories. The stories don't have to be yours. They can be yours, or they can be stories of other people, right? And outline your book. Now is the time to outline your book, and don't beat yourself up doing it. Have fun writing your book and throughout the process. Yes, it might be challenging, but you can do it. If I can do it, if I can do it, you can do it. Now, here's another pro tip. You can use ChatGPT as an assistant to help you come up with ideas. You can actually, like, when you pour into ChatGPT, you can ask ChatGPT to outline your book. Now, I've tested ChatGPT to help me outline certain things that I'm doing, even books that I plan to write, or I might not even write. Sometimes I just do it just to see what it can do, and to see if this is what I really want to do, write another book. And it does a great job. You just have to know how to pour into ChatGPT, how to write in it. Now, here's the next step. Take action. Take action. You're not just here to gather information. Don't go online just gathering information that you do not intend to use. There's people out there that are challenged. I remember I was at a book signing, and a guy, after the book signing, I guess he was following me on social media. We were connected on social media, and he came to me. He was like, "Lionel, man, I love that you're an author. You're doing a great job. For the past 7 years, I've been writing a book." And I paused. I looked at him, and the smile went away from my face. And I said, "The lives of the people that you were called to serve are being held up because you are being stingy with your gift." And then I walked away from him. Your book may have come from you, may have come from your ideas. It's a gift that you and talents that you have, but your book is not for you. Your book is for other people. Don't make this about you. Don't make it about you. And so now with your book, like I said, it's a guide. Treat it as a guide. You're taking your readers from a journey of restoration, healing, etc. It's all about breaking down your expertise or your theory and making it into clear, manageable steps. That's it. That's really what you're doing. And so, and also your books should have like action steps to empower your readers to make like real change in their lives. So in my book, Cultivate Your Calling, you probably hear me talk about that book a lot. It's because that's the book I poured my most into. And what I did, I separate my book in three sections. So the first part was uh, the restoring within yourself as a man, and then restoring your relationships, whether it's with your wife, whether it's with your children or the others around you, and restoring yourself in your career, discovering your purpose or going on your purpose journey, so you can be more effective in your life. So that's what I did. You can write a book straight through. I prefer to break my books down in sections because that's the best way to help me to organize myself and to write my book. So now, goals without actions is just a dream. Don't dream. Stop dreaming. You're proving yourself that you stop dreaming when you put things to action. When you when you um, when you take action, when you write your book, when you publish your book. Now, here it is: how I was able to raise $3,000 for my book without writing it and without a book cover. So I won't go into the other details. There's probably other videos I may share and talk about this, but I wanted to write Cultivate Your Calling before I even knew. I didn't even before I even knew I wanted to write a book. I didn't have a plan to do so. It was a tragedy that happened in my family, and it got me to open my eyes to want to write a book for men. So I reached out to a coach, and I got on a call with no idea where I'm going to get this money from. I know she was a high ticket coach, and so I said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it anyway. And so I got on the phone with her. We talked about it. I shared my story. She said, hey, well, you seem like a good fit. Here's my fee. Here's what I charge. And I'm like, great. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Yay. Yes. I hung up the phone. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna get that money from. So I saw a book that I was sitting right next to, and I saw the back of the book. There was some reviews with people's names and their business names on the back of the book, and I had an idea. I said, you know what? I can reach out to entrepreneurs as it relates to my topic, then ask them to uh, leave me a review and like a one liner or like maybe a few words, not too much. And I will and then you pay for a slot to be on the back cover of my book. Now I created this template flyer that shows tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and giving people options on how they can donate. Now people who donate the lowest, they might get a social media shout out. They might get on my flyer or something like that. I don't remember. This was 2020 an hour. So and then the next tier was they would get an interview with me online on Facebook. I think I was doing my interviews on Facebook, and I saved some of those videos and I put them on here so that you probably see them in my other videos. And then the first tier was like you get uh, half a page or an entire page and inside of my book, and then your review goes on the outside cover of my book. And many people were donating, the third tier, little tier. Some people's like, I can't even donate on the third tier. I'll give you something. I wasn't turning money away. I was saying, okay, fine, no problem, whatever. I'm not going to get mad. You don't have to give me money, right? So I did that. I took that. And some people went over. Some people went over the first tier. Some people, I think my first tier was like $500. I had a husband and a wife each. No, it was 250. It was like 200, 250 something. It was really cheap. It was really low. And they gave me 500 each. So that really helped boost me to raise more money. And I was able to raise over $3,000. Come on now. I was able to raise $3,000 or more, a little over 3,000 for my book. And the money didn't come from my pocket. It came from those who wanted to advertise and or donate. That's how I was able to do it. And I reached out to Coach and I said, hey, let's go. And and that's how I was able to publish Cultivate Your Calling. I'm excited about that. I love that book. When I read it, I'm like, did I write this? It's like, Lord, God, you had that wrote this. It wasn't me. So now, who am I? Who am I? My name is Lionel Hilaire. I am a self-published author of 3 books, and one of them were made in the Amazon new release bestseller. This is when I really started digging into Amazon, knowing how to get the bestseller status. And I'm co-founder of Divine Potential Services here in Sunrise, Florida. I'm a husband of the lovely Sierra Hilaire for over 18 years now, and I'm a father to 4 beautiful and amazing people. Now, that's my favorite title, being a husband and a father. That's what I love. That's what I always dreamed of. And so I help kingdom citizens publish and promote their books and brands without breaking the bank by using my experiences and this new series on this YouTube channel. Write the vision and make it plain. Habakkuk 2:2. So, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment here. If you want to know more about self-publishing and marketing, you can also put your questions and comments here, and follow me on Instagram, Lionel Hilaire _. My name is right there, Lionel Hilaire _. And then or you can follow me on Facebook at Lionel Hilaire. Now, everything I'll share with you is duplicatable. Look, I even have the free version of this app right here, StreamYard. Everything that I show you is going to be very easy, very duplicatable, and you can do it. I make it seem easy. It's challenging, but everything I do, I'm going to show you how to do this thing simply. Make it simple. Make it simple. Now, the gift is not for you to keep. It's not for you to keep, but it's for you to share your gift. You want to get published by the end of this year. You want to get people to pay you to write your book. Follow this channel, subscribe, like, ring the bell, select the bell, so you'll be notified when I am live. I thank you for joining me here. See you on the next video. Later.